everyone, I'm Callie. Welcome back into the channel. Today we're going to be playing another episode of Mass Effect 2. In the last episode, we finished up Garrus's loyalty mission. We had to make a decision on if Sidonis deserved the revenge or not. I tried really hard to get an answer out of him, anything that was justifiable for what he did to his crew, and I was not satisfied with his answer. His answer was that if he didn't do it, then he would lose his life. When you're talking about a group of people that you swear an oath to, that you work beside in high stakes environments, I feel like if you're going through this and you know that all of your crew is gonna die or you're gonna die, I feel like the noble thing to do is to take the bullet, or to go to your crew and say, this is what's going on, let's figure it out together. Instead, he decided to blindside all of them and get 10 of his crew members murdered. So rightfully so, Garrus wanted to take revenge on Sidonis. I let him take the shot because I was not satisfied with his answer, and I tried really hard to get a satisfying answer out of him. I actually held Garrus off from shooting him for quite a while. It felt like forever because I was worried that I wasn't gonna let Garrus have his ability to take the shot. I kept doing the conversation side and asking more questions and trying to get a decent answer out of him, but his answer was that he was a coward, and that was all there was to it. So today we're gonna go and do Thane's mission. And honestly, it has been such a wild ride and such a long time that I have sat down and talked to Thane that I can't really remember 100% the backstory behind Thane and his mission. I know that Thane has been an assassin for a while, and that was one of the main reasonings behind him wanting to take a step back from his son. He didn't want his son to grow up in his footsteps, knowing what he does for his job. And I think that there was like a mother involved that got killed, and I'm struggling to find the pieces and remember them. I'm hoping that the journal maybe tells us a little bit more. I'm gonna go up and talk to him on the crew deck, and I've never done this before, like a loyalty mission where I go and re-talk to them, so it might be a little bit interesting to kind of get like a backstory again, hopefully. I'm not really sure how it's gonna go. I'm excited to get started with Thane's loyalty mission. I have a very strong feeling that it's gonna be on the deeper end because of everything that Thane has brought to the table so far. He is an assassin. He had a family that was tore apart by his job, his line of work. He has a son that he didn't want following in his footsteps that is now signing up for his first assassination job because somehow he found out that Thane is an assassin. So we're gonna go and try and stop him. On top of all of this, Thane is dying. He has 1, maybe 2 more months to live, according to Dr. Chakwas. That on top of everything makes this like a big, messy ball of badness. And I'm a little bit worried that today is gonna be a little bit more emotional. We'll just have to wait and see when we get in there. I have my like comfort blanket. I have my tea going on. So we're on comfort level 10 out of 10. I've been super excited to hop into another loyalty mission today. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else about what's going on here. Travel to the Citadel and search for someone who knows about Thane's son. Okay. Thane has revealed that his estranged son, Kolyat, has taken a contract on the Citadel as a hitman. Thane needs to find his son and stop him from making the same mistakes Thane made so long ago. So let's go up and talk to Thane. I've never done this before, so I'm not really sure if he's gonna reiterate the entire thing or if it's just gonna be like, are you ready now? So I'm also interested to see how this goes. He's in life support, I think.
Shepard, is there time to visit the Citadel yet?
What did you need again?
What exactly is your son doing?
Kolyat has gone to the Citadel. I don't know where exactly, but I do know he's contacted the criminal elements of the station.
Darn. All right, so that's all that there is to it. Okay. Well, maybe he'll elaborate a little bit more when we're out on a mission with him about what happened. I feel like it had something to do with his wife. I'm so sad that I can't remember. It's been so long. Okay, so let's go back down to the Citadel. It's just been way too long since I last talked to him. I feel like you can skip this scene, but it never gets old watching it. I love it. It just never gets old. Plus, I feel like skipping it would just like ruin my immersion. It's very cool how it shows you like us coming into each area, and I don't know. I just enjoy it. So we're definitely gonna take Thane for sure. Not in that outfit. Could you imagine him walking up to his son and be like, "Hey son, you can't be an assassin." His son would be like, "But dad, you look so cool. I want to be just like you." Oh my gosh. We definitely can't have him look like that. So I'm a little bit torn. I was thinking about bringing Zaid, only because he is also kind of a gun for hire in a way. Not as extreme as Thane, but pretty much as extreme as Thane. He shared some of his stories with us before. And I feel like maybe he could add to the conversation. But I've kind of noticed that when you take people on their loyalty mission, other people don't really chime in all too much. And I was thinking about bringing Tali, because I think that Tali could bring like a sweet perspective to it all. And if it's a situation where Thane's son is rebelling, he's pissed off that his dad left him, and so he's being an assassin out of spite, Tali could kind of like throw in some sentimentalness there maybe. But if it's a choice of like the son just wants to follow in his father's footsteps because he misses him and there's no teenage angst going on, Tali could also be a good person too. So I think I am gonna go with Tali on this one. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like Garrus's, where Jack just kind of sat in the back seat and observed everything happening, or even the one with Tali, where Miranda was just on the flotilla shedding her hair everywhere. I feel like they should have given her like a suit of some sort. But we'll see.
CSEC appears to be investigating the death of Sidonis, Shepard. They currently have no leads. Also, according to CSEC, a Drell recently passed through customs. The CSEC office may have more information.
Okay, CSEC office.
You'd think Citadel security would be the tightest in the galaxy. I see no fewer than 14 fatal flaws a skilled assassin could exploit. 8 of them existed when I was here 10 years ago.
Jeez. It's not good. All right, so I guess we're going to talk to Captain Bailey again. It's interesting because we kind of know a little bit more about him because of the Shadow Broker dossier. I think he's going through some like trouble with his wife, and he has kids and stuff.
Yes?
Thane's son.
My associate's trying to find his son. We think a local criminal may have hired him.
That should be easy. We don't see many Drell here. There we go. One of my men reported a Drell recently. And he was talking to Mouse. Interesting.
Mouse?
Ah, petty criminal. Probably not the guy who hired your boy, but a messenger. He's a former duct rat. Runs errands for anyone who'll pay.
What is a duck rat? Oh, I can ask.
What was it you called Mouse?
A duct rat. It's a local slang for the poor kids who grow up in the station.
Aww.
When they're small, they tend to play in the ventilation ducts where adults can't get to them.
That seems dangerous. Is that safe?
Aren't the ducks dangerous?
Every couple of months, we pull a little body out of them.
Oh my God.
Lacerated by fan blades, broken by a deadfall, suffocated by vacuum exposure. Those are just the ones we know about. More just disappear. Maybe they get sucked into space. Maybe they fall into the protein vats the keepers run.
That's
Mouse
awful.
survived long enough that he can't fit in the ducts anymore. He was one of the smarter ones, or the luckier ones.
Jeez, what a hard life. What has he done?
What sort of trouble has Mouse been getting himself into?
Odd jobs for shifty people. Ducked rats take whatever is available to get by. Data running, fencing stolen goods, selling illegal VI personalities. Actually, he was selling one of you.
Me?
Me?
Yeah, when you erased a file, it would say, I delete data like you on the way to real errors.
That's pretty extreme, Shepard.
Laugh it up, Tali.
Buggy, though. It crashed every half hour. The error message was about how the galaxy was at stake, and you should fix the problem yourself.
You should fix the problem yourself. It's funny that he said buggy, though, when the game literally bugged out. That was actually kind of comical.
I've heard enough.
Mouse is usually upstairs outside the Dark Star. He works out of a public comm terminal. You should pick up a copy of the Shepard VI when you talk to him. It sounds like your boy's running with the wrong crowd.
Yes, I agree.
If Mouse can't get you in touch with your son directly, he'll know who can. I'll help you if you need it.
You would help us?
You don't know us, Captain. Why are you going so far to help us?
I've worked Zakera for 2 years. Every day kids turn to crime because they've got no other choice, because their parents don't care. You're trying to save yours.
He faces a dark path.
That's sweet. I'm guessing it's because Captain Bailey has kids, so he knows what it's like.
We better hurry then.
You didn't tell him that Kolyat plans to assassinate someone.
He'd interfere. He doesn't need to know. Of course not. He doesn't need to know. I feel like if we told him, yeah, he would just butt his head in there and it would get much more sticky than it already is.
We're gonna stop him before that happens, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Thank you, Shepard.
Near the Dark Star in the upper market level. Okay. Dark Star. Oh, those are the downstairs. I think the upstairs are over here. I'm pretty sure we've bought like everything that we need to from the stores. I think I need some more money for one more upgrade part. I can't remember what store it was at though.
The prison ship Purgatory has been destroyed following an apparent riot. Security ships are en route to the area to retrieve prisoners and guards from life pods.
Wasn't that like forever ago? Oh look, here he is.
Yeah, I can get that. No problem. Well, okay, that might be more difficult. No, that's fine. I got some Quarians who can strip the copy protection. Just costs more. Yeah, I got the package. It'll be there. Don't worry. I'll deliver it myself. That won't happen.
He's like the
You can count on
Craigslist
me.
man.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. No, I understand. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You won't be disappointed. Well, I just need a bit more time.
He's a busy
It's not
guy.
my fault. Nobody told me the package was in 2 parts. Yeah, I know. I'll get it. Don't worry. End of day, no later. You can count on it. I understand. That won't be necessary. I'll throw in a copy of the Shepard VI. Hey, Wallace worked real hard on that.
No one wants the copy of the Shepard VI. Oh, he's looking at me.
Yeah, sure. I can get you 2 cases by the end of the day.
You Mouse?
What are you... Oh, shit. Krios. I thought you were retired.
What a reaction.
Commander Shepard? I thought you died. What do you want with me?
Be still, Mouse. You can change your pants in a moment.
You know Thane?
How do you know Thane?
Krios? He didn't... If he didn't say nothing, I ain't either.
When we heard the name, I didn't think it could be the same Mouse. He was a contact on the Citadel when I was active. He and some other children would gather information on my targets.
You'd use children for that? How did you not know it was the same mouse? How many mouse are there in the underground business? And like, Bailey gave us the entire background story of Mouse and how he grew up in the aqueduct or the ducks or whatever the heck they were called. And how did he not put that together? We're an assassin. You should have put that together. What the heck? Okay.
You put children in danger to spy for you?
Children, the poor. My people's word for their kind is Dralafa, the ignored.
No.
They're everywhere, see everything. Yet they are never seen. You gave another Drell instructions for an assassination. Who's the target?
I don't know.
Why are we
didn't
cracking
ask.
our knuckles? He
Because
seems
the
like a
people I
nice
work
guy.
for-
I'm not gonna do it.
That can make me disappear. I'd like to help you, Krios. You always done right by us, but I ain't gonna die for you.
I don't want to do it. I feel like they know each other. They have a past, right? Why is he being so hostile with him? I'd like to help you. You've always done right by us, but I ain't gonna die for you. I can pay you. Not really. We don't have that much money. We'll protect you.
Look, you know Thane. He wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Do it for him.
I want to. He was always nice to us. But these people ain't nice, Krios.
Nobody's gonna know you talked to us.
Mouse, I swear that you won't be named.
All right, all right. He came with that hollow you took of me. Said he wanted a job. I ran through your old contacts to see who might give him a shot. The guy who offered was Elias Kelham.
Elias Kelham. Yeah, about those Shepard VIs. Can I have one?
One other thing. That Shepard VI you're selling?
Oh shit, you heard. Look, you were dead. It was totally legal to make a VI of you.
I want one. Stop stealing them. Stop selling them. I want a cut. I want a cut. I wonder how much money that would give me. I really want one. If it's like a souvenir item, I would like one.
Give me a copy and we'll call it even.
What? I mean, sure, yeah, absolutely. Sorry about the whole. Just so you know, there's 3 Volas who are patching it all the time.
That's nice. Who's Elias Kelham?
Tell me about Kelham.
Human. Moved to the Citadel about 10 years ago. He was little people when you were here, Krios. He got big after the Geth attack. Lots of the big guys from before got cacked, all in them big fancy apartments up on the Presidium. Now he runs the rackets on the lower end of the ward, Shin Akiba. He's seriously bad news.
You made a smart choice. What, telling us the information? I'm not gonna threaten him anymore.
You did good, Mouse.
Yeah. Hope I live long enough to pat myself on the back.
Kelham will never know.
I hope not. I'm out of here, Krios. Next time you're in town, just don't bring the family.
Family. Yeah, are you okay? How didn't he know that it was the same mouse? That's so strange. And they've had a past together, it sounds like.
That couldn't have been easy.
Mouse knew more about my life than Kolyat ever did. He smiles up at me, broken teeth and scabby knees. Bare feet black. A dead-end future looking up at me, worshipping the petty gifts I offer.
And he brought him gifts and stuff?
I was the only good thing he had back then. But I left him, as I left Kolyat.
That's crazy. So he was like really close to him. Yeah, you had a hollow of him?
Mouse said you had a hollow of him.
Yes. A foolish bit of sentimentality. I can perfectly recall every moment I spent with Mouse. He pulls at my arm, smiles. He wants to know that I'll remember him. That anyone will remember him. I take the hollow. He smiles at himself in miniature on my palm. Then a frown crinkles his brow. He pats my pockets, checking for other hollows. Where's your son, Krios? He asks.
So he didn't have a hollow of his son, but he had one of... That's crazy. It kind of sounds like he was closer to Mouse and brought him more presence and love than he did to his own son. Knock off the mopey crap. It's not your fault. I don't think. That's an odd thing to remember.
Don't blame yourself.
If I don't, who will? We must carry the weight of our decisions, Shepard.
It's
You,
true.
of all people, know this.
Let's head back to Bailey.
It's very true. All right, let's go back down to Bailey. That's one of the reasons why, like, I try to be a good parent, because I don't want to regret things when I'm older. Like, I am sure that all of the crap that my parents put me through, and, well, actually, I don't know that 100%. I'm pretty sure that they probably feel pretty bad for what happened to me and my sister. And they have to live with that every day. I mean, just like Thane has to live with his decisions in life, being an assassin, leaving his family for the better. I hope I never have to make decisions like that in life. Sometimes they're out of our hands, but I just pray that I don't have to ever make decisions like that.
Yes?
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You talked to Mouse? Did you get the name of the guy he's working with?
Elias Kelham.
Kelham. Shit. Look, this is awkward. Kelham and I have an agreement. He doesn't cause too much trouble and buys tickets to the CSEC charity ball from me. In return, I ignore him.
Okay. So he bribes you.
He pays you off. You were eager to help us before. What about now? Is it too inconvenient?
I said I'd help. It's just there'll be repercussions if I don't handle it right. He and I give each other space. It keeps the peace. I'll get some of my people to bring him in and set him up in a private room. You can interrogate him yourself. I'll stay out of sight, and if I'm lucky, Kelham will believe that I had nothing to do with it.
Wow. So he's a dirty cop. A dirty CSEC officer. Okay. Let's arrest Elias. Can I talk to him about more stuff?
That'll be our next move. But I have other things I want to do first.
All right, let me know when you want to move.
I think abusing suspects. No, I think I've asked all this before. I remember this now. Okay.
Can we talk about my associate's son?
You ready to interrogate Kelham?
Yes, I'm ready.
Bring him in. We might not have much time.
I'll make it happen. Wait here.
So we're gonna interrogate him. Why does he look like he's injured? Okay.
We've got Kelham. Tell Bailey we're ready.
He'll expect me to get him out of this.
Not today, I think.
Captain, his lawyer's here.
That was fast.
And Elias has his VI set to page him if CSEC gets within 10
yeah.
meters.
What is this, Better Call Saul?
I'll stall him. Get in there and work fast.
Okay. That was fast. Lawyer
We should question them
action.
together. Keep the pressure on. Thoughts on how we approach it?
Thoughts on how you approach it. Oh, good cop, bad cop. You be good cop, you be bad cop. I can't really see Thane being bad. I know he's an assassin and all that stuff, but I just can't see him being bad cop. Plus, I think being bad cop would be fun. You be good,
You
be
talk
good
to
cop.
him. Appeal to his self-interest. I'll put the screws to him if he needs it.
Very well. I'll pretend to be on his side. But if we waste too much time negotiating, Bailey won't be able to stall Kelham's advocate.
Okay.
Get me out of these restraints, Bailey. Pretty funny bringing me down here like this.
What an interrogation
What the hell are
chair.
you two?
Looks like a movie skit. I'm a Spectre, start talking. We don't have enough Renegade for that. We're not CSEC. We want to talk. We're asking the questions. I'm supposed to be the bad cop, so... But I kind of want to tell him that we're not CSEC. I feel like that's important to put out there. For the sake of Bailey. I don't want Bailey to get in trouble.
Bailey has nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
We just want a few answers. Off the record.
Off the record in a C-Sec interrogation room? Sure.
You hired an assassin. Who do you want dead?
I want to see my advocate.
Your advocate hasn't arrived. We're trying to find him.
I'm not saying a damn word until he's here. You two are in way
Ooh,
over your
I don't wanna-
heads. Bailey won't let you touch me.
I'm supposed to be bad cop, but... Oh, maybe I should have done it. He's out of the loop. You two are in your way. Bailey won't let you touch me. He's out of the loop. He doesn't know anything.
Bailey doesn't know you're here. But he will. After we're done.
This is off the record. No criminal charges will be brought against you.
What are you, frog boy?
Frog
a little
boy?
sidekick? What, kid? You gonna bore me into confessing? You ain't shit. Come
Don't
on.
talk to him like that.
No!
Oh,
Do you know what I'll do to you when I get out of here?
Keep it up, tough guy. You'll leave in a bag.
Go to hell.
This isn't working, Shepard. We're making no progress.
I
Are
know.
we done here? Because I got people to see.
I'm done being patient. Give me a name or I'll cut your balls off and sell them to a Krogan.
All right, fucking quit it. Ain't worth this. Joram Talid. Turian running for office in the Zakira ward. He messes with legitimate businessmen. I'm gonna stop it.
Joram
Where and
Talid.
when? His apartment, the 800 blocks. You better hurry it.
What's going on here? Get away from my client.
You played me.
Sure did. Let's go. Wine. Am I still bad cop? Because I kind of want to say this.
Thanks for the info, Elias. I'm sure you'll feel better tomorrow.
Better than you will, asshole. When I get my comlink back, I'm gonna...
Elias, as your legal advocate, I advise you to shut the hell up.
Where were you 5 minutes ago?
Held up in traffic.
That was crazy.
What's the story? Why'd Kelham hire the boy?
Assassination. A Turian named Joram Talid. You know him?
Joram? Yeah. You might have seen his posters around. He's promising to end organized crime on the ward. Thing is, his message is all mixed up in race politics. He's anti-human.
Anti-human?
Are things so bad that people can openly campaign as anti-human?
You haven't heard what the aliens have been saying? They think the council died because our fleet refused to save them. That we stacked the new council with humans and yes-men. Anderson does his best to be diplomatic, but they act like we're jackbooted thugs enforcing a coup.
I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I guess that's democracy for you.
If a majority votes for him, like it or not, that's how the system works.
That's a nice ideal, Shepard.
Oh boy.
Sergeant, get a patrol car. These two need to get to the 800 blocks.
Yes, sir.
Are we still facing repercussions for our decision in the end of Mass Effect 1? Or is this guy always anti-human?
There he is. How do you want to play this?
Follow Talid on the maintenance catwalks. Tell me what he's doing. The Krogan bodyguard will make him easy to follow.
Where will you be?
Okay.
The darkest corner with the best view. I'm on Kira, Lord of Hunters. Grant that my hands be steady, my aim be true, and my feet swift. And should the worst come to pass, grant me forgiveness.
Whoa. That was kind of creepy.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
You can count on it.
There he is.
Show the humans they won't get their way.
I will. And I'll do it through legal processes, not by
Yeah,
a
data
coup
pad.
attempt. And don't forget, my friends, there are treasonous elements in our own house. The humans seize power by themselves, but they can't hold on to it without the support of the lesser races.
I'm on him, Thane. He's talking to some voters.
Understood.
You're in position?
Yes.
It's been wonderful talking with you all. I hope you'll come out on election day.
Does anyone else get like super creeped out by the keepers now? Like just seeing them, I mean, not like creeped out, but I feel kind of like sad for them. And I mean, at first I was creeped out, but now I'm just really sad. The more we know about them.
Looks like he's talking to another voter.
Any sign of Kolyat?
No.
I'm moving to another position. Ahead of him.
It's been wonderful talking with you all.
Right, I'm guessing we'll come through here. I did see like a little countdown on the bottom, so we need to make sure we're keeping up with this guy.
I need you to stay close or we'll lose him.
Right here.
No problem so far.
He was supposed to come. Okay, there he is. We should go on this side. This looks like the Shadow Brokers,
I've got him.
like surveillance data where the Krogan and he's walking away, and it looked like they were on like a catwalk like this. I can't go in any of these doors. They're going over there though. Ooh, maybe I need to run through here. This is like the wrong way though. Oh no! It's like counting down. I don't know where to go.
What's he doing?
I don't know. I can't find him. He went the other way. I'm just gonna keep running through these doors. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing.
Shepard, what's his status?
I don't know. I don't know. What the heck? Hello?
Hey, who are you?
I don't have time time for this.
I'm sorry, but I need to find someone.
Don't let him get away.
It's very important. I'm so sorry I punched you.
I'm losing him. Stay close.
Did we get to him in time?
Ah! Kolyat!
What the heck?
Thane,
I saw.
he's heading to Talid's apartment.
I feel like that was like this mission is very buggy. I feel like that was such a weird... They went one way and I had to go the other. I don't know. That seemed very strange.
Kolyat.
This is a joke. Now you show up.
Help me, Drell. I'll do whatever you want.
C-Sec, put the gun down, son.
Get out of my way. I'm walking out. He's coming with me.
They'll have snipers outside.
I don't need your...
That was a paragon?
What the hell?
Oh!
Talid, get the hell out of here.
That was a paragon reaction?
Yeah, I will.
He just punched his son.
Take the boy into custody.
You son of a bitch!
He's very mad. He seems pretty angsty. Thane's dying. Calm down. He did this for you. I don't want to say Thane's dying. It feels really... I hate to use the term, but it seems narcissistic to say that to him because I'm just going to be like, hey, sorry your father hasn't been around for this many years. He's dying now, so maybe you shouldn't be an assassin because that will be like Thane's dying wish. That just seems like really messed up to say, especially since he hasn't seen his father in so long. When people tell me to calm down and I'm mad, I don't calm down, I get worse. So I'm just going to say he did this for you.
Your father and I have killed a lot of people. You haven't. There's no reason you should start.
I read his files. What made it all right for him to kill all those years?
I was 6 when the Hanar began to train me. I didn't know any better.
6?
Your mother woke me from my battle sleep.
And why did you leave her? Why weren't you there when she died?
Your mother.
Oh, yeah.
They killed her to get to me. It was my fault.
What?
After her body was given to the Deep, I went to find them. The Triggermen, the ringleaders. I hurt them. Eventually killed them. When I went back to see you, you were... older. I should have stayed with you.
I guess it's too bad for me you waited so long, huh?
Kolyat, I've taken many bad things out of the world. You're the only good thing I ever added to it.
This isn't a conversation you should have in front of strangers. Boys, take Kolyat and his father back to the precinct. Give them a room and as much time as they need.
We're not arrested. Thanks, Bailey. Why are you helping Thane? I have a feeling he's helping Thane because he probably has a strenuous relationship with his kids, knowing that he's looking at a divorce and all that stuff.
I'm surprised you're letting him do that.
You think he's the only man who ever screwed up raising a son? I have to get back to the precinct. Come on, I'll give you a lift.
Wow. I feel like that mission was like super buggy. It felt really bad. They went one way and I could not go into the doors where they were actually going. I was like forced to keep like sprinting to the doors that were leading in a completely different direction while Thane was like yelling in my ear. And then we punched that poor dude in the supply closet room or whatever the heck that was. I don't know if I could have talked to him, but I was nervous about wasting time. So I used the renegade reaction. We punched him, he fell, but I don't know, even like it was just really strange. And they was obviously bugged out because like I think that the political guy was supposed to be kneeling on the ground and Thane was supposed to like have his gun to him, but he was standing. So it was like, I don't know. It was just very buggy. But other than that, I'm glad that we were able to get him. Because I don't know what would have happened if the clock ran out and we didn't punch the supply room kid and get out in time. I just didn't feel comfortable being like, hey, you shouldn't be an assassin. Your father's sick. Like, he's dying. I feel like he would have been like, what? So now you're here because it's your last dying wish? Like, that seems really bad. They can talk about that in their own time once they figure out their own personal issues. But laying someone's death on you for trying to get you to do something is a really poor way to go about it. I just feel like that was unfair to Kolyat. So, Thane has dealt with his son. He should be clear of any further distractions from the mission. Thane's personal matter revealed troubling issues with Citadel politics. You're telling me. They have to support Elias Kelham and similar criminals to counteract anti-human bias. So what, they're going to pay them off? Bailey at CSEC offers a possible recruiting opportunity. Interesting. Okay, so we got some power for Thane now. Shredder ammo. A new outfit. Hopefully this one does not have sunglasses. And we found some heavy pistol damage. Oh, they're talking back
been in there a while.
The kid's been through a lot. I ran some searches in the CSEC archive. About 10 years back, a bunch of real bad people were killed. Like someone was cleaning house. The prime suspect was a Drell. We never caught him.
Let it go. You don't know it was Thane. Don't try. I think if I say let it go, it's definitely pointing fingers at Thane. So I'm just going to say you don't know it was him.
Bad people make a lot of enemies. It could have been anyone.
Yeah.
No, it had to be one hell of an assassin. The best, maybe.
How'd it go?
Our problems, they aren't something I can fix with a few words. We'll keep talking, see what happens.
Your boy shot some people. No one I feel sympathy for, but there it is.
Those guys were criminals. Who cares about them? Yeah, I mean, they were criminals. It doesn't justify it, but yeah.
I watched those guys shaking down businesses and threatening humans.
But he can't just get away with it.
Kid wants to make a difference. Give him community service.
Community service for attempted murder? What jury would agree to that?
None that I've seen. This would need to stay out of the judiciary. Strictly within CSEC.
Interesting. I'll think about it.
Thank you, Captain.
What an interesting quest. So that's it? We're not gonna... Maybe once we're back on board, we can talk to Thane a little bit more. I'm glad that it worked out the way that it did, but I feel like it was like super messy. It just seemed... It seemed super messy, and I think it's because it was like kind of bugged out a little bit, but I just want to know more. I want to see what the son has to say. I want to go and talk to him and hear him talk about what he went through as a kid. I don't know. I just want a little bit more closure there. I feel like there should have been a longer dialogue with the son and the father for us to like interpret and stuff. I don't know. All right, is there anything else for us to do here? Find use for an ID. Find someone who makes use of a forged ID. While assaulting... Oh, from Harkin's hideout when we were doing Garrus's mission. May prove to be useful to someone. At the Citadel? I guess I'll go walk around and see if I can find anyone to talk
I'm
to.
Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
These are our fish guys. I don't think they need a fake ID. Maybe someone like back down by the bar or something. Or the bar's upstairs, isn't it? Let's just keep going down here.
I can't believe these humans. No fly lists? What did they turn this place into?
What?
I overheard you talking. Having a problem?
A human. Your kind is always shoving your way in to solve the galaxy's problems, aren't you?
Give me a chance. If no one else will, yes. It's true. If no one else will, yeah. That's why we do what we do. Nobody else will do what we've done.
Look, little girl.
Oh.
When you need a problem shot, ask a Turian. When you need a problem talked to death, ask an Asari. When you need a new problem, ask a Solarian. When you want a problem fixed, ask a human.
Like you fixed the council? If you'll excuse us, we don't want to talk with your kind.
What?
What do you want?
I can apologize.
It seems I offended you. That wasn't my intention.
Your attitude offends me. The smugness, the arrogance. All humans are like that since you let the Geth kill the real council. Now, the galaxy's in chaos. Pirates are striking in civilized clusters. Armed CSEC officers are everywhere for our protection. And you swagger up to me, thump your chest and tell me that only a human can solve my problems. Huh. Screw you.
I can call her... I don't think that I should be mean to her anymore. I get why she's so upset. I do. It looks bad that the council got killed off. I wonder who could have done that. That's a terrible thing to do. But it's... I might be able to help. I understand why they're pissed off. I get it. If I could go back and I knew the repercussions of my actions in Mass Effect 1 in the very end with the council, I would have saved them. I just thought that I was running out of time and that we wouldn't have been able to destroy all of the ship if I had went back for the council. Plus, they didn't even mention to me that there was like 50k civilians on board as well, and that made me feel bad. I actually had a stomach ache after I realized that. So one of those things that I wrote in my handy dandy notebook of my next male Shepard playthrough, in here underlined 5 times, is save the Citadel. So
Look, miss, I personally did not make the pirates attack or post guards on every street corner.
True.
If you want help, I'll try to provide it. Otherwise, I'll go away. What do you have to lose by talking to me?
Fine. Since your kind took over the council, they've added new security checks and travel restrictions, all to keep us safe, they claim. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Geth infiltration. I found some forged IDs. Oh, this is when we can give it to them. Yeah, what is this risk?
Why would they consider you a risk? You're obviously not Geth.
I don't know. They wouldn't tell us. We got on a list somewhere for some reason, and they won't tell us anything because it's classified.
Where'd the thing go? Wait, where did the option go? What?
I'll see if I can get it sorted out.
I'm not holding my breath.
Maybe I can talk back with her again. Also, it's kind of funny. We were literally just looking for this one, and then we ran into her. I didn't think that's where this was going. I thought that she was just some angry lady that we're going to have to do a side quest for.
What do you want?
I have to apologize again.
It seems I offended you. That wasn't my intention.
Your attitude offends me.
Okay,
now,
okay.
And you swagger.
Okay. I can help
Look,
you.
miss, if you want help, I'll try to...
Fine. We've been flagged as a potential risk for Geth infiltration. They won't let us board a ship back to Asari space.
Yeah, it's super strange that they have flagged them for Geth infiltration. It's also weird that we can forge IDs for them. It's a little bit scary. Like, what if they... I don't know. This seems strange. But I'll give them the forged IDs, I guess.
Maybe these would work. They're new transit IDs.
How did you get those?
I stole them. Does it matter?
If you don't want them, I could just take them back.
No, I'll take them. With thanks. We should get ready to leave. There should be another ship heading to Thessia tomorrow.
What a interesting conversation. That entire thing that just went down was so messy. I'm glad we didn't decide to call her a biatch because I don't think we could give her those IDs after that. It would be a failed mission for us. All right, let me just make sure we have nothing else to do here. Okay. So I'm gonna head back to the Normandy. We can go talk to Thane. Do some upgrades, talk to Morden and Miranda. Oh, it's really loud. I want to know more from Thane. I just feel like I didn't get a ton of closure from that. I don't know. I'm just feeling
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
like we didn't get a lot of closure at all.
How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
Nope.
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
All right, let's see what this message is. It could happen to you. A Drell lay in the ocean. Who's this from? Elko's mailing route. A Drell lay in the ocean, dying from Keprel syndrome, and had a dream. In his dream, the Enkindlers came to him and charted the course of his life. The Drell saw the wakes and eddies, and saw that sometimes the Enkindlers swam alongside him, limbs raking the water, while other times he was alone. The Drell saw that the times he was alone were the hardest times in his life. He asked the Enkindlers, why was this one abandoned? The Enkindlers answered, their light shining brightly. You are never abandoned. In those difficult times in your life, it was our bodies that bore you through the water. The Drell awoke and found his Keprel syndrome cured. If you follow the light of the Enkindlers, it can happen to you. Where the Enkindlers go, we shall follow, and where their light is the sun, we shall be the stars around them. Send this message to... Oh my god. I had hope for 1 second. Send this message to 6 beings of your... Where... Kelly, I need to talk to you about our spam filter. It is not working. I've gotten mail enhancement messages. I've gotten some stuff about some prince trying to send me money or send him money. You need to do something about this. We can't keep going on. This is a high-class ship. Can't be getting spam.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
Okay, sorry.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
He's like, you're super annoying. Leave me alone. All right, let's try to do some upgrades. I think we need to go out and find some more stuff. Definitely need to get some more materials. Like, what can be upgraded? Ooh, sniper headshot damage. Platinum. Yes, we should definitely get this one because we finally got our next shotgun up, our sniper rifle upgrade. So we can actually put some platinum into this one. We need 2,500. All right. Heavy pistol critical. This one would be nice to have too. Palladium, platinum. So yeah, we just need to go out and get some resources. Pretty much. Could do this one too. Although, it's funny, and this is probably gonna happen to me again, but I was like, we don't need this one, we don't melee. And then literally the next mission we went on, I was like, how do I melee? That would happen. All right, I'm gonna go up and talk to Thane, I think, after we go hear our favorite saying from Joker. I did see some of you guys were actually excited about some like Mass Effect type mugs and beanies and stuff, and thank you for putting your own quotes in there. I actually have a Discord section that I'm like writing down all of my stuff, and some mods are helping me put some stuff together, so hopefully my merch line will be out in December. I'm super excited about it.
Commander.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
Okay, I guess he has no opinion anymore.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Good for now. Fractured my thumb on the mute, but I think I made my point.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Thanks for that, Joker. It wouldn't be a playthrough if we didn't hear that at least once per episode. Alright, so let's go talk to Thane. See what he has to say about everything that just happened on this mission. Hopefully he can elaborate a little bit.
Do you need something?
Let's talk about other things. I want to talk about you. I don't know which one to choose. I want to talk about you, I guess.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Certainly.
You're not a typical assassin. How did you get this job? You don't seem confident. Why would I say he doesn't seem confident? I've never gotten that vibe from him. How did you get this job?
What made you decide to become an assassin?
I was asked to become one. The Hanar trained my body for this role since I was 6 years old.
That's crazy. 6 years old.
You've been killing since you were 6?
Of course not. I didn't make my first kill until I was 12. They were training me. I was not to be used and thrown away. I was an investment.
Investment? By the Hanar? I know that the Hanar saved their species from their dying planet. But going around and asking 6-year-olds to become assassins and treating them as investments is kind of messed up.
You were a child, not an investment.
I've given you the wrong idea. They valued me, yes, as a resource, but also as a person. They regretted their need for me.
That doesn't make it any better.
The Hanar? Excessively polite, worship the Protheans? They don't seem the type who train assassins.
No.
Every species trains assassins. The Hanar are only unusual in that they need other species to do the killing for them. They have a strong grip and natural toxins, but have you ever seen one move quickly outside of water? Or fire a gun?
I guess that makes sense, but why do they need assassins? Okay, what did your parents do?
Why did your parents agree to this?
The agreement was made under the Compact. It was an honor for our family.
The Compact?
We live on the Hanar homeworld because they rescued us, some of us, from extinction. We owe them our lives. That is the Compact.
But,
what exactly are the terms of the Compact?
There are many things the Hanar can't do, even with mechanical aid. They ask Drell to assist them.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, it sounds like slavery. It sounds like they saved their species and now they just use them and their children to do the dirty work / hard work.
This can't be legal. They made your whole race into slaves.
Don't insult me, Shepard. Anyone can refuse to serve. Few do. We owe our existence to the Hanar. We are proud to repay the debt.
Yeah, but you're kind of like gaslit into thinking that it's a proud way to repay your debt. There could be other ways. They sound like wimps.
The way you describe it, the Hanar sound like weaklings.
Out here they are. But if you could see them in the encompassing, the oceans of Kaje, you would see them differently. A stream of silver in the dark, looping, diving. So fast the eye can't follow. Laughter like the squeals of a child fighting against the water. They fly over the black of the seabed like birds, plumed with the light of heaven.
So they're super majestic in the water. Okay.
Why was your race going extinct?
Overpopulation. That must sound trite to you. Humans developed mass effect drive before the problem became acute. Our homeworld, Rakana, had few resources. We hadn't even developed fusion power when the soil began to fail from overuse and pollution. The Hanar found us a century ago. They sent hundreds of ships, evacuated thousands of us. Billions more had to be left behind.
Jeez. What's your world like now? Sounds a little bit like the Krogan, where they were mass producing, but their planet couldn't keep letting them all survive. Like, they were losing resources, and then all of a sudden the Krogan were fighting one another for resources, and hence the nuclear winter war, or whatever. It wasn't nuclear, the winter war that happened.
What's the state of Rakana now?
Do you read your philosophers? A man named Thomas Hobbes. When all the world is overcharged with inhabitants, then the last remedy of all is war, which provideth for every man by victory or death. As Rakana died around them, my people slaughtered each other for mouthfuls of water, crumbs of food.
Wow, that makes me think about the Krogan too. And how they were forced to live like that. They were a thriving species before their world started to die out. And we know the rest of the story with the Solarians and everything like that. Wow.
But you don't kill for the Hanar anymore. You're freelance. What changed?
I was asleep for a long time, yes. I paid no attention to what my body was asked to do, but then... Laser dot trembles on the skull. One finger twitch. He dies. Then, the smell of spice on the spring wind. Sunset-colored eyes defiant in the scope. The laser dances away. My apologies. Drell slip into memory so easily.
Was that one of your assassinations?
Yes. Perhaps we can discuss it later. I've wasted too much of your time.
Interesting. Ooh, we got a Codex update about the Drell. I don't think we've been able to read about them yet. What an interesting conversation. I want to see if there's anything else I can talk to him about. Because there's the let's talk about other things.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Okay, so Normandy upgrades, Drell and Hanar. Yeah, we've already asked about all this stuff. Okay.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
All right, so let's read about the Drell. I'm actually interested to read this. 8 centuries ago, the already arid Drell homeworld, Rakana, began its swift descent into lifelessness due to disastrous industrial expansion. Because their population was bursting at 11 billion, and they did not possess interstellar flight capacity, the Drell would have been doomed without the intervention of the Hanar. Following first contact, the Hanar spent 10 years transporting 375,000 willing Drell to their homeworld, Kajay. I think it's Kajay. The remaining billions perished in the dying world, warring against each other for diminishing sources of water and food. Could you imagine knowing that your planet is dying and there's billions of you and you know that there's no hope and the world just turns to chaos? Oh, that's terrible. Only 375,000 out of 11 billion. God, that's so sad. Today, only a few thousand survive on Rakana in clusters, never exceeding a few hundred. Now a cemetery world, Rakana's population can double during pilgrimage season. Drell have been part of the galactic community for almost 2 centuries. Most reside on Kajay, content to coexist with the Hanar. Those who leave Kajay tend to be adventurers, gifted by the Hanar with acute perception of interspecies body language. Solitary Drell travelers often seek out new species elsewhere, adopting that species' culture and rarely returning to Kage. No wonder why when we talked to Thane before about his religion, he said that it's like old ways that people don't really practice anymore. I mean, look at this. Look at what happened to them. No wonder why their religion is failing, or it's an old way of thinking now. The people that get out, they take up different culture. The people that survived probably still have this original culture, but the other billions left behind probably, they probably don't study that culture anymore. I wouldn't. If the world turned like that, I probably would be lost religious wise. Where was I? Such Drell number in the thousands and are scattered such across the galaxy, tending towards quiet integrated lives. On Kage, the Hanar afforded the Drell every opportunity to thrive, while outsiders and even some Hanar regard the Drell as junior partners. If not actual servants, Drell have integrated themselves into every level of Hanar society as respected, productive citizens. I'm just not sure how I feel about them thinking that they absolutely 100%, like they have to be an assassin when they're asked because it's the right thing to do. I just think that that's like a really messed up way of thinking. The Hanar could do something else with them and make them a respectable, productive part of their world. But yeah, to me, it seems like they are kind of slavey. It just seems not great. Interesting. I'm kind of sad that he didn't talk about his son more. He didn't talk about any interaction with him. He didn't talk about what they talked about. He just was like, I talked to him. Hopefully it's good now. It's just, I don't know. I was looking for more closure. How do you guys feel about this loyalty mission? I saw people in the comments like super excited about it. I thought that it was going to be a little bit more in depth. I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't tell him that Thane was dying, or I don't know. I feel like I'm missing context here. All right, Samara, we still have to do her side mission. I don't think we checked in with them.
So the collectors did take New Canton?
Yes, but my wife and daughter left in the nick of time. They're resting in San Francisco as we speak.
That's great news.
It is, but I knew a lot of good people in New Canton. Our mission has to succeed.
Thank God Shepard's in command.
That was kind. Who's in port observation? Is it, yeah, Kazumi. I don't think we've talked to her in a while.
I was just thinking about you. I'm glad to hear Thane and his son are back in touch. It'll be hard, but I think they'll be fine. I'm really glad you got Tali out of trouble with the migrant fleet. It's hard to see her upset. Joker and Edie are like an old married couple. I keep expecting to walk in on them bickering about the temperature in the cockpit. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to... Hang on. I want to go over here and talk to Garrus real quick because we did complete his mission. And it's kind of like freshly completed, so I think Miranda has pretty much said all she's got to say to us about everything for now. But Garrus might have something new.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges, planning attack vectors, you know, relaxing. I'm still trying to figure out how to prepare for this mission. Humans don't deal with stress the way Turians do.
Wait, we already talked to him about this. Yeah, we've already asked him about all of this stuff. Garrison CSEC, estimation of chances. We could ease stress together. It's still leaving that option open to us.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
So it's still letting us romance him if you change your mind. It's funny to see like so many people in the comments say that Garrus's romance is one of the best, because I just feel like it's super awkward. Like the way that he first talked to us about potentially entangling ourselves, stress relieving ourselves with Garrus is that he brought up like an old romantic relationship. And then we could like add banter on top of that and be like, well, why don't we do that too? And it's such a weird way to start a romance also, aside from the fact that I think Garrus is my bro. I just felt like that was like a really, really strange start to the romance. So it's interesting to see that so many people called it such a sweet like romance, because it kind of seems like it's leading up to be like a one-night stand of like, we've known each other for a while, we've worked together, let's relieve some stress for a little bit. But I don't know, once I'm done with my playthrough, I'll go watch some VODs of people that have the Garrus romance, just because I am curious. But I was taken back to see so many people that were advocating the Garrus romance. It took me by surprise. Nothing today? Crickets? No! It's my favorite
Shepard,
part of coming
what
down
can I do for
here.
you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Okay. So let's go peek in with Grunt. See how he's holding up in here. I feel like every time I talk to him, I get taken back again, and I'm just hoping that maybe he's like growing and evolving, and soon he'll be like not so aggressive, but I think it is who he is.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
Okay, well, he's not turning any leaves.
You know, I kind of thought connecting with your past would bring stability.
See, now we're having fun. Me remembering good deaths, and you with your funny human thing you're doing.
My funny human thing I'm doing.
My job is to hurt things. Direction, control. That's your job, Battlemaster. You're why I'm a soldier, not dead or crazed like an animal. Thank you, Shepard. You gave me purpose. Now let's find something big to kill.
Well, that was kind of sweet in a way. After he told us that he wants to rip the horns off of a Solarian. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, so I think I'm gonna go back to the Shadow Broker ship. I really want to see if there's anything else juicy for us to go look at. And on the way, I might pick up some resources. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like cut out some parts, and I'll see you back on the Shadow Broker ship. All right, so we went around and found a bunch of resources. I found enough platinum to give us the sniper headshot damage, so I think that will be amazing to upgrade, because it says it increases headshot damage by 50%, which is a huge chunk. And you guys know how much I love getting my headshots here, so I'm actually really excited about this one. I think it'll be super, super good for us. We got enough for heavy pistol damage and assault rifle accuracy, which is also pretty good for our teammates. Heavy pistol critical. Heavy pistol sometimes deals double damage. Upgrade the heavy pistol and hand cannon of your entire squad. Okay. I feel like that would be beneficial. And we'll do heavy pistol damage. Some more tech damage. Tech cooldowns. We don't have any like ship enhancements or anything like that. Geth shield strength plus 25% shield strength. Upgrade squad members with Geth shield technology. That could be really helpful. M920 Kane. The effectiveness and efficiency of Mass Effect-based weapon technology has rendered large-scale deployment of highly explosive weaponry all but obsolete in infantry weapons. So what is this? High explosive rounds applied to a 25-gram slug. Jeez. A nuke launcher? So what, like a noob tube? We can try it out. Why not? What do we need for this one? Iridium? I feel like iridium is like really easy to come across. It uses quite a bit though. Let me just make sure real quick that we don't need iridium for anything else. We need one more damage protection for that one. That's element 0. That's element 0. Platinum. Submachine gun damage upgrade to unlock. Okay. And we'll definitely be able to get more iridium by then. So let's go ahead and get this cane. I don't know what this is, but we'll try it out. See what it does. We had a Codex update about it.
The collector... The M920 Cane is a portable particle accelerator surrounding an array of dust-form element 0 chambers. This weapon prototype subjects its ESO to extreme positive and negative currents to project mass effect fields. By increasing and decreasing mass, the fields shear the target's mass the way disruptor torpedoes do. The shearing fields collide ambient materials at such high speeds they create mushroom clouds.
Whoa.
Effect otherwise impossible on the small scale. The weapon induces neither fission nor fusion in non-nuclear targets, and its own nuclear reactions are shielded by lead alloys. The M920 Cane uses graphite rods as neutron moderators, which require frequent replacement to sustain power. Fortunately, most heavy weapon ammunition can be refabricated via Omni-Tool into graphite rods.
Most heavy weapon ammunition can be refabricated via Omni-Tool? Interesting. Sounds like a chonkers. While I was out and about, I also picked up 2 like random side quests, and I don't know if we should go do these or not. I feel like it would be kind of fun to do some side quest, but I'm just not sure if it's like completely necessary. A scan of planet Zenuthu revealed the crash site of the freighter MSV Estevanico, which disappeared without a trace roughly a year ago. Any information that could shed light on the ship's fate would be very valuable. And then there was another one about like Cerberus. An Eclipse smuggling depot has been detected on planet Daratar. Cerberus would pay very good money for any cargo recovered from the site. Oh, so we want to just recover the smuggled cargo for Cerberus. So let me know how you guys feel about these side missions. I can do them off screen or I can do them on screen. How would you guys want me to do this? I'm not really sure if it's anything like Mass Effect 1, where a lot of people were saying that they're super repetitive, so just to kind of do them on my own time if I wanted to. And I did complete some of them on my own time in Mass Effect 1 because they were a little bit like repetitive, but some of them were pretty fun. And that's actually how we learned a little bit more about the Geth as well. So let me know how you guys feel about these side quests and if you want me to do them. I just want to check out the Shadow Broker ship. We're already here, so I want to see if there's anything new added to the dossier about anyone. Because there's been a lot of changes going on with our crew. Anything else from her? That's not new. That's not new. Let's see. Tally? Keystroke log? No, that's not new. Thane? Medical report? We already read all of this stuff too, and his kill methods. We read about Arya, David Anderson, Hackett, Shadow Broker, Captain Bailey. Yeah, this was from his, like, email from ex-wife. Gang members shoot out Bailey's health. So yeah, that was, like, how we found out that he had an ex-wife and why we think he was helping us during all of this mission with Thane, because he has a past and he has kids that I'm sure he wished that he could take back some stuff. All right, I don't see anything new. Everything looks pretty much the same here. So let's go see if we can pick up some materials. Wonder if Eliara has anything to say.
Shepard, I'm glad you came.
Nope. Nothing new. Ooh, shotgun technology. Nice. And a shipment of palladium. Very cool. I'm gonna see if there's any other things over here. Nope. Alright, so I think that's pretty much it. I was gonna go check like the footage feed or whatever, but if there's nothing new in the dossier, I think maybe there's probably nothing else new here too. So yeah, we'll see. Mission report ready. The smear campaign. Mission report ready. What does that mean? Success. Admiral Hackett and the 5th Fleet have ambushed the colony raiding pirates. Oh, that's what happened when we... The Blue Suns are becoming dangerously powerful. Run a galaxy-wide expose on their corruption and tendency to turn on their employers. It will send business to their competitors. But do we want that? Because let's think about the Blue Suns and their competitors. Arguably just as bad, some even worse. So I think I might leave that one alone. I can't remember what the bureaucracy in action was. The smear campaign is ready, but I feel like I've done enough badness in the council that I shouldn't get involved anymore. I just feel like it could lead to really bad repercussions if we get involved with that. So I think I'm just probably not going to do that. The police quietly slip you a cut from their raid on the Red Sand Factory. Nice. So we got some money for that one. I don't remember what this one was. I'm scared to click it. I think I'm going to click it though. Failure. Certa Foundation's antibiotic tests have been blocked by Citadel legislation. I remember now. Certa Foundation was trying to come up with a cure for some sort of disease or something. That stinks that it didn't work. Okay. Citadel news agencies are trying to replace more reporters in the Terminus systems. Use your resources to set up these journalists with safe houses and reliable contacts so they can bring back news from the galaxy's frontier. I feel like it would be good to have like an in with the journalist. Citadel news agencies are trying to replace more reporters in the Terminus system. Yeah, I feel like that would be a good thing.
I've advanced the date of the hard copy archive backups to 2 days from now.
Okay. I'm gonna get off the ship because the music is very overwhelming and I've tried to change it so many times, but now that we've been on the Shadow Broker ship, I'm pretty sure Liara snuck onto our cabin's quarters and probably changed the music.
No
so
messages for you, Commander.
Let's go see if that actually happened. The music's normal. Interesting. Maybe she didn't have time today. She didn't have time to sneak on board and change our playlist. All right, everyone, that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me in another crazy adventure in Mass Effect. I feel like Thane's mission was a little bit more mild than I expected it to be. And I don't know if it's because I was too much in my head of like, there's a lot on the line here. He's dying. His son is kind of angsty. His son wants to be an assassin. And I was expecting it to be emotional, I guess. I mean, it was a little bit emotional, but the scene went by so fast. And then afterwards, when Thane did talk to his son, like, we couldn't sit in on the conversation. We couldn't even like really talk to him about the conversation. But maybe next time we talk to Thane, he will elaborate a little bit more, just like Miranda did. I felt like I was kind of expecting more from Thane. And I feel like we talked to Captain Bailey about things and that guy that we interrogated more than we got to talk to Thane. And I was a little bit disappointed that there wasn't more interaction with him. I thought that the entire dialogue between him and Mouse was also very strange. How didn't he put it together that Mouse was the same Mouse from when he was back working in the Citadel area? It seemed very off and it seemed very strange to me. I was a little bit disappointed today. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit disappointed. I was expecting it to go differently. So let me know in the comments below how you felt about Thane's mission and if it was bugged out for you guys or if I need to like verify files or something, because it was definitely like super bugged out for me. I don't know if it was supposed to go down that way or I felt like I had failed the mission. Like I was like running around, they went left, I had to go right, and we ended up getting to the right place after punching that poor stockroom guy in the gut. We did end up finding him and stopping his son, but there was no real like, I'm sorry, father, I'm not going to be an assassin. I just did it because of XYZ. We didn't get any of that. We didn't get anything other than like, Dad, you're an ass because you left me. And Thane just being like, son, I'm sorry. It is what it is. Let's go talk in private. And then that was it. There wasn't anything else. So I don't know if maybe there'll be like a second conversation that we can have with Thane on board the Normandy after today. Maybe he'll elaborate more on talking to his son more and everything going on with that. But I just felt like there wasn't really a ton of closure. We learned more about Thane, which I thought was awesome. We learned more about the Hanar, which was very interesting. Honestly, a little bit disturbing. I think that the Drell are very thankful that the Hanar saved them. Could you imagine being one of those 300,000 people that was picked to go live in the Hanar world and taken away from all of the badness? I would probably be super thankful too. And I'm trying really hard to put myself in Thane's situation of I was one of the 300,000 picked. My parents were picked to live a life in peace and live it away from a dying planet where everyone is turned to murdering each other and really, really bad deep stuff. And now I'm given this opportunity to start a new life. But at the age of 6 years old and being a parent where he even said you could say no if you want to becoming an assassin, but not that many do. I just couldn't imagine, like, from a parent's perspective, even being thankful that I am one of the 300,000 that were saved. I just feel like I would turn him down. I couldn't give my son's life up to be an assassin and lead that life and be trained at the young age of 6, making his first kill at the age of 12. I just feel like that is wild. I feel like it's wildly irresponsible of the parents to let that happen. And I also feel like it's wildly unjustified in a way that the Hanar would force the Drell to do this. So it was a lot of like confusion today. With Thane, I feel like he's like this mystical creature that doesn't really want to elaborate too much about what's going on, but when he does elaborate, it doesn't seem like it fits the narrative, and I'm struggling with it a little bit. I want to like Thane a lot because I feel like his moments of recollection are actually a really cool thing. It speaks volumes for how different species are in this game, and I really love that every species has their own different quirks and attributes and qualities, and that's one thing that I really like about Thane, because his like recollections are just like, they're really cool to watch and witness. but I just feel like they could be a little bit more like elaborative. I don't know, like fit the scene. The whole thing with Mouse was weird. The whole thing with his son was strange. And then coming back and sitting down with him on the ship and not mentioning his son at all was also a little bit weird too. So next episode, it is a toss-up. I think before I start the next episode, I'm just gonna flip a coin. Both Samara and Jack's missions are ones that I have been looking forward to for some time now. So I think honestly next time I'm just gonna flip a coin. Samara is heads, Jack is tails, and I'm gonna decide what I do from there because I am equally interested in both of their missions. I think that they're both gonna be very good. I'm looking forward to both of them. The only reason why I did Thane's ahead of theirs is just because we were already at the Citadel and it kind of just made like logical choice to not have to go back and forth between different areas. So I'm definitely looking forward to next episode. Either way, Samara or Jax, I think that it'll be a great one, whatever the next adventure brings, and I hope to see you guys there. Bye everyone.